All right, I'm back. So I was doing the whole Cards Against Humanity reading and all of that, and it's fun, but I don't think it's what I want to do, right? It doesn't seem to get a good turnout. Maybe this just isn't the time to do it. Maybe it's a bad time. Everybody's eating dinner. We're just going to use regular tarot cards and go from there. See how that works. But anyhow, first card for the collective, Six of Wands. So sixes are generally about growth. Wands are about desires. This card is normally about progress and discovery. So it's saying when we begin to progress, move forward, there's growth, there's creativity, there's expansion, there is change, there's shifting. Like if anybody wants a card too, ask your question. Let me change that so everybody can see it too. Give me 1 second. Everybody gets a free question, right? Okay, bam. Ask one free question. And if you want more than one question, leave a tip. Okay. So I'm going to give Tiffany a card because Tiffany's been kicking it. I don't know who else is here. I assume Tiffany's back, but we'll go with it. What's up, Abhinav? How you doing, homie? You want a card? When will she communicate? So it's one question. You got the world card in reverse. This isn't necessarily the best card for a time frame because world card in reverse generally can be like the end of a situation. Let me actually pull up my time frame chart because I don't have all of that shit memorized, and I'm not going to give you a bullshit answer. Just give me 1 second here. So that would be December 21st through January 20th. Like you got a ways away. This is something that you might be better off leaving alone, like just letting it be is the best answer I have for you because the world card is about a situation being over and there's like a pause and moving forward. Yeah, I would take this as it's being over and you waiting around is not good for you, brother. Like you can do better. This is time to move on, let it go. And when people go no contact, it's completely like abusive and unfair to you. And I don't know the whole situation, so I'm not siding with you or her, but no contact is necessary in some situations, but it can be really destructive in others, is the best answer I have for you. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Anybody else want a card? Tiffany, you still there? I'm going to give you a card. I'm going to draw a card too, and somebody can claim it if it resonates with them. This is just a blind reading. Three of Cups in reverse. Oh, so we're going to switch that and parlay this into Daniel or Danielle. I always struggle with that name. I never know which one's which. So is it going to put you into a better situation? You got strength in reverse. This is generally about oppression and being challenging. So the answer here is no, but the no is relative to the actions that you take, right? If you don't change any of your way of processing situations, it's probably not going to put you in a better situation. But if you learn from that situation and adapt and pull the wisdom from it, yes. But when you look at it, it comes from being strong and doing what's difficult now so life will be easier later. Don't let whatever happen like completely throw you off your foundation. Stay strong, keep your head up, and roll with the punches. That's what I got for you. Then we got Zeneb Gahar. Will you and Usman reconcile? Moon card comes up. Moon card is definitely generally a no, but there is a caveat there. The caveat here would be it's really dependent upon if they're able to process their shit, if they're able to look at within themselves, and additionally you doing the same thing, right? So the moon card is about the subconscious, and it's about the subconscious kicking up information, and it's about processing what that information is and moving forward. But how do I want to put this? If you do that and if they do that, it will lead to the sun card because that's the next card linearly in this, and that is warmth, vitality, growth, expansion, like all of these good things. And then we got Alyssa. You're wondering if investing in this new relationship is on your best path. I'll kick you down with something else after. We'll draw your card though. First one is no. So Six of Swords in reverse. Sixes are growth. Swords are generally the mind. This shows that this relationship might be based upon an old line of thinking in some way, shape, or form, and that you might be following what your feelings are more so than logic. And sometimes when we follow feelings more than logic, we really end in fucked up places. Um, Now, with all of that being said, um, sometimes we have to invest in the wrong situation so we get to the right place. Trying to make the right choice all the time and trying to never make mistakes is literally the death of growth. So, even if it won't put you on your best path now, if you open your mind and transition to the upright meaning of this card, which is movement, travel, and like changing how you perceive situations, it can be incredibly good. So I hope that that helps, Alyssa. Like the way that I view tarot is I don't think that anything is carved in stone. We have free will, and that free will can change the outcomes of situations, but it largely depends upon how we personally like approach it. So that said, Mimi, will you marry the man that you're currently in a relationship with? Ooh, let's see. I don't know if y'all can hear my dog snoring. My dog is right underneath the microphone. I'm going to hold her up in a second. Lydia, I will get to you and we'll answer that for you. Will you marry the man that you are currently in a relationship with? Um, so the card you got in is Judgment in reverse, right? So generally this would be a no. But how I'm going to take this is in this context, Mimi, is dude, don't ask a tarot reader that question. Ask yourself, like, do you feel that in the connection? Because the main function, I'm going to switch to the face view because this is super important. This is one of the things that I want everybody to understand. The main thing that I try to convey to people, and the main thing that like I want people to learn from any of the work that I do is we are in control of our destiny to an extent. Like life happens on the corner of destiny and free will. And I'm here to help inspire you because I'm not different than anybody else. Like you have to learn to trust your intuition. Intuitively, I think that you feel that you will, but you're afraid of investing. You have to put it out there. How you play is what you win. Like that's what I got for you. How you play is what you win. And that's true in gambling and that's true in magic. Oh, I forgot to hold my dog up too. Hold on one second. So this is Renji. Say hello, Renji. She is not happy because she was sleeping. Tiffany, I'm going to draw a card for you. Oh, thanks, Alyssa. Yeah, I really try to be. Life kicked my ass because I was a dick for a large portion of it. So I try to do this in a way to where I can help people now. That's what my work is, right? But anyhow, Tiffany, your card. Dude, she's a little sweetheart. You got Page of Wands, Tiffany. So pages are about messages, wands are about creation. There is something that you're feeling inspired to do to create this action that you're inspired to take, but you're not doing it. You're not listening to it. You have to show up and follow that spark. The one thing that holds most people back from getting what they want in life is they're too afraid to chase it. They'll have these ideas, they'll have these dreams, and they'll think about what everybody else will think about them, and they don't ever actually take the action. Do it. Doha, bro. I'm gonna have to report that one. If somebody else could report it, it would be easier for me. But you got to get some help, homie. Because no, it's not a matter of courage. Doing that. That's not even cool. Like I really hope that you find something meaningful and that can help you. So I don't know how to report that. All right. Wow. Okay. So with all of that out of the way, I hope that Doha gets help. And I gotta turn the volume off on my phone now because I have things in two ears. And we had somebody else join, Sarah. Sarah, would you like a card so we can kind of get this back on track? That was heavy. Let me see if I can remove that one from the comments. Holy crap. And my homie Doha is back again. That's heavy. Okay. So who else wants a card? All right. Anybody. Anybody. So the next card that we got is the Magician in reverse. We'll give this for Doha, even though he's not there. This is actually no. You will not get the courage. You'll get some help, and you'll take care of yourself, Doha. That's what's going to happen. You're going to move forward with your life and get your shit together. Yeah, Lydia, you might want to. I got distracted. Sorry. Okay, I see your question. Your cards keep telling you to do the work, but are you doing the correct work? Yeah, dude. You got, yeah, Six of Cups. So sixes are about growth, cups are emotions. This is learning to listen to yourself, listening to your intuition, and moving forward and trusting yourself. You're never not doing the right work. Even if you're doing the wrong work, you're learning what work to do. Like it's not a linear process, and it's not like a logical, it's not a logical thing. Um, this is getting confident and trusting your intuition, and the work in that is making mistakes, and the work in that is getting uncomfortable and all of that, right? Like that's what I got for you. Then we got Sarah. Will you find your right career path? I'm gonna have to start asking people questions when they ask questions, because like this is really what my job should be, is asking you more questions, because this isn't fortune telling so much as trying to help you like get things. Like that's how tarot actually works. But Sarah, yes, you will find your right career path. You have the Fool. This is about open-mindedness, new beginnings, moving forward. And I'm going to tell you how you find your right career path, right? I'm going to give you the biggest secret in finding happiness and all of that stuff that people will make you pay a shit ton of money for. What do you want to do? What makes you happy? What excites you? Like, what would you want? What would you do for free? Like, that's my question to you. Think about that. You can tell me what you do for free, but the process of that is thinking of what you could wake up and do every day for free, and then take those actions. Like, that's literally what it is. And then we got Rikni Balani. Rikni, you want a card? Rinki. I'm just gonna draw another general card while we're waiting for more people to ask some questions. Tower card is coming up. This is a collapse. So for a lot of us right now, I know for me in particular, uh, Mercury in retrograde has kicked the living shit out of me. And the Tower card is generally this really destructive, challenging, uncomfortable phase that leads us to seeing things more clearly afterwards. Because once all of this shit falls down, once the walls come tumbling down, there's a clarity and there's a level of seeing things more easily. And if you look at the next card that's in succession in the major arcana, it's the Star card. This is actually how we find hope, because all of the bullshit we built up changes our perspective. Rinky, I got you, homie. Bam. You got a question, or you just want a general card? General cards are the way to go, but I'm happy to ask a question, because when you get a general card, it's literally like what the universe wants you to hear versus you trying to have the universe tell you what you want. And when you enter into a conversation with the universe of help me find my way, universe, versus universe, how do I do what I'm trying to do? Like the universe is way cooler about it. Dana, this has been the most intense Mercury retrograde. Like, especially because I've done a lot of work and I've gotten the shit kicked out of me. I don't get it, but I guess that's part of the work, right? So Rinky, You have Nine of Cups. Nines are about fruition. Cups are about emotions. This is fulfilled emotions. This is your cups overflowing. The way that I would take this is, if life has been very challenging for you, Rinky, focus on what you have to be grateful for. Life has a very, very funny way of, a lot of us focus on what's wrong in our lives, right? What's upsetting us, what's challenging us, what's making it difficult for us to move forward. But when we begin to focus on all of the blessings that we have, and generally most of us have more blessings than issues, when we focus on those blessings, life gets better. Like, life is so much better when you focus on the fact that you have a cell phone, because some people don't, that you have clothes because some people don't, like all of these things. Life shifts, and that actually is how a lot of magic begins to occur too. It's actually a good reminder for me too, right? That's one of the things that I'm going to do. I'm going to switch over here and go back to the face view. When I read this stuff, I don't ever want anybody to think that I am coming from a place of being better than anybody. I'm literally down in the fucking trenches of spiritual growth with all of you. I might be in a different space in my development and have invested more time. Life will always show up. I've been working incredibly hard on my path since 2012. I've put in a shit ton of work. Life still kicks the shit out of me. Oh, then we got to block my homie here. Bam. All right. And just a heads up, when we got all these weird people coming into the chat and spamming you, or asking you to inbox, don't inbox them. Those are people that are trying to like actually rip you off and do horrible shit. You're welcome, Rinky. Just leave a like on the video and share if you feel compelled. We got a little bit more time. I probably got time for one or two more people before I bounce off of here and take my dog out and then go get dinner. I'm going to switch back to the camera view. And let's see what we got. Four of Pentacles comes up. The fours are about stability. This is one of the things that I will say about this Mercury retrograde, right? So a lot of us are getting the shit kicked out of us. A lot of us are in very, very uncomfortable spaces. But one of the things that I learned is Mercury retrograde is like a final exam on certain things. For me, the final exam has been really knowing who I am and knowing that while I'm not perfect, I'm a good person. But we have to maintain our structure, right? Life will always have its fucking storms, but it's a matter of how deep your roots go, how deep like you dig into life, that you're able to like deal with shit. Are you going to be a strong tree and like stand tall in the fucking hurricane, or are you going to get ripped out? And here's the thing, right? I've literally ended up in the psych ward from life kicking the shit out of me before. There's no shame in that. At the same time, there's a point where it's incredibly important to know who you are and to dig in and to not give up and like stand tall. So that's what I have on that. I'm going to do one more card. Who wants the last card? Whoever is the first person to comment gets the last card. We'll do it that way. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Going once. Going twice. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. All right. Tiffany it is. Tiffany, you got 5 of wands again. Fives are adversity. Wands are creativity. Again, there's a bit. Dana, I'll get you too, just because I got you, Dana. But Tiffany, you really need to work on what you're passionate about following and invest energy in making it happen. The universe wants you to know that because it's come up twice. And this to me is how this kind of shit works, not in like this woo-woo, stupid, new age, fluffy, metaphysical way, but like things like this where the universe is like, hey girl, work on this shit, focus on what you're trying to create and actually do it, hold yourself accountable. That's what you got. And then Dana, it's funny how you said that this has been the most intense Mercury retrograde for you, right? You got 9 of Swords energy. I don't know if any of y'all are signed up for my newsletter. I always do the astrological tarot report. We're actually still in 9 of Swords energy right now, astrologically. So not only is it like all of this other shit, it is this card that's basically saying that like we're going fucking crazy. But in reverse, this card is actually like hope and renewal. So again, it actually goes into what I already said of the challenges of this experience and holding ourselves together despite this being a really, really shitty period for a lot of us. That's going to develop character. That's going to help stabilize us. That's going to help make us feel better about who we are in the long run, even though it's like a giant kick in the parts right now is the best way I can say it. So that's what you got, Dana. That's actually probably like a good closing message as well. I'm going to draw one more card for everybody, but I'm going to do it from, I'm going to do the 40 Servants just because it's here and it's easier for me to grab. So the 40 Servants is a deck. It's also a magical system. It is based on servitors. Servitors are like these little thought forms that are able to come and help you and work through things and all of this good stuff. And they've like changed my life. I did a whole process on this. Ironically, the Lovers card came up. I did a reading the other day on Instagram and the Lovers card came up. So in tarot, the Lovers card is on one hand about romantic relationships, which I think is a really, really boring interpretation of it. On the other level, this card is really about what's called the alchemical wedding. This is uniting masculine and feminine energy and creating like a higher level of being. And by masculine and feminine, I'm not talking about gender. It could equally be said positive and negative. It's just identifying two different polarities, active and passive. It's unifying those into one higher level of being and then functioning on a higher level. In terms of what this card is, though, this card will come into your life like the servitor of it, and it will help you organize your thoughts, feelings, and actions to help you become a better partner and to also help you be attracted to healthier people for you. The last thing that I'm going to say, I'm going to put this in your pocket and you can save it for later, is a lot of us we don't attract the wrong people. The issue is oftentimes we're attracted to our trauma and we are attracted to the wrong type of people and we give the wrong type of people way too much credit and we cross our own boundaries. Now, I'm not saying like victim blaming, like people take advantage of us. That's fucked up on them, but we got to be more careful about guarding our energy. Each one of you is incredibly important and special. Don't ever sell yourself short. Don't ever sell yourself for less than what you deserve. And while everybody will have red flags, look at how many green flags people have. And if you don't know what a green flag is the behaviors and actions and attitudes that you actually want in a partner. And if they have more red flags than green flags, they're probably not a person. And don't ever date projects. Don't ever date somebody who could be better if. Look at who they are now. That's what actually matters. Otherwise, you're dating a fiction of your imagination, right? Otherwise, it's just like this little thought form. Thanks, Alyssa. I really appreciate that. I'm going to be doing these more often. I'm just so busy. I got a house. I'm turning it into a shop. Trying to work on my business, trying to like keep from going fucking crazy. But I do want to do these more often because I enjoy it. Glad you did as well. Check in again. And everybody have a great night. Stay out of trouble. And I will see y'all soon. Peace.